I've noticed that when parents spank, hit, or otherwise physically abuse their children as a form of discipline, that 9 times out of 10, this act is occurring as a result of anger and as a result of frustration on the part of the parent or the authoritarian figure over the kid. Now, I could go on and on and on about how this is problematic, but let me just give you one more reason why I think this is just a terrible, terrible approach. When parents assert their authority in one way or another, whether it be by corporal punishment, hitting, abusing, whatever, or by being even emotionally and socially damaging to the kids, saying mean things to them, showing them narcissistic abuse and things like that. No matter what approach you take to parenting the kids, if your kid becomes rebellious towards that type of punishment, like I did, and I'll explain that in a second, then the parents are often left feeling the need to escalate the punishment that they originally inflicted upon their kids. In other words, I tell my kid to get over here so I can beat their ass because they ruined something that I was building or whatever, and I'm pissed off about it, and they say no. Or when you do actually spank them, they laugh at you and they say, F you to you afterwards. What is your next move going to be now, parent? Most parents who already have committed themselves to corporal punishment and physical abuse will only escalate that punishment and only escalate that physical abuse to become even more angry. Parents can quickly put themselves into this sort of narcissistic control dilemma where they feel like they have to have this absolute authoritarian control over their kids to discipline them and get them to do what they want. And they do this in many cases in Christian areas. They do this by force. And now that this isn't working, they feel like they have to increase the force, hit them harder, spank them more, get even louder, say even meaner things to the kids to hopefully get their attention and get them under control. This just escalates further and further and further until your dad is literally trying to suffocate you to death while he screams, shakes his face, and spits in you and slaps you around. It just escalates to that point when your kid, like me, refuses to submit to this type of abuse. For me, this type of abuse continued so long. It actually continued until I was 15, until I learned to hit back. And once I hit back hard enough, I never was hit again by my father. But then I was demonized for hitting. Think about that. Even in self-defense, there are much better ways to do this, guys.